This school prank lasted for 2 years. It all began at this high school when a single rubber duck appeared in the school's water fountain. And nobody thought much of it. It was just a random duck, who cares? Until the next day, 2 ducks, then 4, then 10. By the end of that week, there was rubber ducks appearing in every sink, every toilet, and even in students' lockers. Teachers were losing their minds. The principal, she was done. She kept saying on the intercom, "Whoever's responsible for the ducks, speak up now, please." Silence. Nobody confessed. So they gave up. They figured it would eventually sizzle out. But here's the thing, it never stopped. For 2 years, rubber ducks would randomly appear in the craziest of places. Ceiling tiles, inside the vending machines, somehow. One duck even appeared in the vice principal's car. It became a legend till this senior year. It was graduation. The principal was giving her speech when suddenly a banner dropped down. What was on the banner? A single rubber duck. This kid walked to the front of the stage and said, "It was me. It was always me." Most Dangerous Toys of All Time, Part 12. These are snap bracelets. They were a very popular trend in the 90s. So popular, in fact, that a bunch of companies started selling knockoff versions of these. But the knockoff versions were banned because they were made so cheap they would slice right into a person's wrist. Things my old carnival job taught me about carnivals. The games are frickin' rigged. And I don't mean they just make them hard to win. I mean some of them are impossible to win. Where I used to work, we had a game just like this one, where we were showing a bunch of big prizes you could possibly win, but the game was unwinnable. At my old job, we would get fired if we gave away a big prize. Sometimes the carnival game workers will show you how to play before you spend your money, but the tools they use to play the game are not the same ones you use when you play. They're trying to make it look easy, but in reality, you're about to waste your money. Some carnivals actually hire people to walk around carrying a big prize. It's advertisement. People see it and they want to win one, so they head over to the games and spend their money. Boo from Monsters, Inc. is Violet from The Incredibles. Hear me out. There are a few things that support this theory. Number 1, we know that Violet has invisibility powers, and as a kid, she was probably unable to fully control them or understand them, which would make sense, because when her and Sully were playing hide and seek, she was very good at it. She would pop up in different places. Number 2, monsters are paired up with their best fit, and Boo's monster is Randall. Wouldn't that make sense? Randall has invisibility or camouflage powers, and he was matched up with Boo, who is Violet, and she has invisibility powers. Interesting. And lastly, Boo is drawn to Sully, and I think I know why. He's big and burly. Maybe Boo was drawn to him because he reminds her of her dad. I can see it. Proof that carnivals really only want your money. I've been giving you tips and tricks to win all the carnival games because I used to work at one, and they're mostly rigged. Well, every so often someone comes and plays and just wins every game. They've done their research, they've practiced, they've studied, and they know how to beat the system. Where I used to work, we had a list of people and pictures from the security cameras that are not allowed to play any games. They're banned because they knew they couldn't trick these people. So they want you to lose. That's the whole point. Still, I don't care. Go win all the prizes. Follow for more secrets. Exposing carnival games, part 18. Here's some more tips for you. For ladder climb, don't climb up using the prongs in the middle. Go up only using the ropes on the side. That should make it 10 times easier for you. Basketball. When I worked at a carnival, my boss would overinflate the balls to make them more bouncy. One time a kid brought his own basketball. Same kind, but not overinflated. I had to let him use it, and he won. Follow for more secrets. If you're ever at a party or you're just super bored with your friends, play this game. It's called Exposed. You download it and then open the app. And then you can join a game or create a game. When you create a game, it gives you a pin that your friends use to play the game with you. And then you put your name and your picture up there. This app is nuts, and don't play it if you're not ready for some drama. They ask you tons of questions like these, and then all your friends who are playing have to vote, and everyone sees who voted for who. There's even levels, and some of them definitely get a little inappropriate. But hey, this will definitely spice up a hangout. Link is in my bio. Black markets kids ran in their schools. A follower submission. This kid went to a military high school and Wi-Fi wasn't allowed in the dorms. The only place on campus that had Wi-Fi was the student center. So this guy got a brilliant idea. He bought a Wi-Fi repeater and set it up next to his window. That's when he realized he got just enough signal from the student center to boost it to his entire dorm. And this is how his business started. He charged people $10 a week to keep the password. He even kept an Excel sheet with everyone's device on there and if they paid or not. Payment was due every Thursday because that was the day they would get their allowance from their parents. And if they didn't pay by Friday, he would blacklist their devices and any other unknown ones that popped up on there. At one point, he was making $200 a week, and he was never caught. A technique to control your dreams. This one can be scary, and I don't recommend it. It's called the wake-induced lucid dream. It's basically where you let your body fall asleep, but you keep your mind awake. Here's how it's done. Set an alarm for 4 to 6 hours after you fall asleep. Get up and walk around for about 5 minutes. Then go back to bed and lay absolutely still, as if your body is melting in the mattress. And then with your eyes closed, imagine a balloon inflating and deflating with each breath. Clear your mind and don't move a muscle. Here's where it gets scary. You'll start to experience hypnagogic hallucinations, which is basically dream fragments entering your reality. None of it is real, and you won't be able to move. This is similar to sleep paralysis, but just know that it's not real. When the hallucinations become more clear and more vivid, you might feel your body being pulled towards the images. Let it happen. You are literally being sucked into the dream. And once you're there, rub your palms together. The world around you will become very clear, and you'll be lucid dreaming.